What's up and what's going on, fellow fanatics? Appreciate every single one of you guys joining me tonight. I see every single one of you guys in the chat: JD, Groovy, Andre, Naries, excuse me, Professor Film Fan, Zang Beto. Appreciate you guys hanging out, coming in this evening on the stream. There are a few things that we are going to get into and talk about tonight. Hang out, chat for a little bit. I did want to pose a question when we get more people in here, though. For the viewers, for my regular viewers and people that are always here, people that have been here, everything like that. I have a question that I want to pose to all of you guys to see what you guys think. Something for the channel. But we'll do that when we have more people in here. Stamina, appreciate you being here. And Professor Film Fan said, I forgot to get my Superman ticket. That is a topic that we're definitely going to talk about. Talk about the Superman tickets going on sale. I wish we could watch the trailer, but Warner Brothers will slap the fuck out of us for watching that with a copyright strike. So we won't be able to watch the trailer, but we are going to get into what was being said about the ticket sales and everything like that. So we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. We're going to talk about Ironheart, which is, I think, 2 weeks away. I think 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks away. We're going to talk about Ironheart and the trouble I think that it's in, my opinion. We are also going to discuss Eyes of Wakanda and the new details that were revealed about Eyes of Wakanda and that series and that coming out in August. We are also going to discuss, let me make sure I had everything down. All right, yeah, we're going to discuss Batman as well. There's a Batman 2 script that we're going to talk about and how the script is still not turned into James Gunn, but he still is saying that he is hopeful for and excited for the future of the Batman with Robert Pattinson. On the screen, though, I have, what is his name? It is RJ Cyler. He is known to me from The Harder They Fall. I want to talk about that too. He has put out there that he is wanting. There's no article with this or anything like that. I don't know where this interview, Liam Soul X, whoever it is, whoever he told this to. I don't think it was like an interview or anything like that. I think they just talked about it or whatever. But he has put out that he is wanting to play Static, and I think out of all the people that they've thrown names in to be Static, especially some of the people like in this chat and Chill saying that they wanted Static to be Caleb from Stranger Things. No, I don't know why. People keep trying to cast that boy in every black kid role. No, now granted, RJ is 30, so his age might be a nitpick, as far as Static's age, and if they decide to do the young Static. I remember, I think it was Brian over at Spoiler Kings when we had him on the Pantheon stream. I believe they were talking about, or he had heard something about. That's right. When he spoke with John Boyega, and then he had met John Boyega and John started talking. He had brought up something about Static because I think he was dressed as Static, not John Boyega, but Brian was dressed as Static at the event that they were at, and they started talking about Static and blah 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 blah. I think something alluded to maybe there might be something where Static is older, an older Static that we might deal with. So if that worked, I don't know if John Boyega is in the running for that or not. I don't know, but if that worked, I think that RJ Cycler. I like him in the role. He even said that he specifically is growing his dreads, or he specifically started growing his dreads out for the role of Static, and it's something that he wants to play Virgil. So I wouldn't mind it. I definitely like his hat in the ring way more than I like Caleb's hat in the ring. So I definitely wouldn't mind him taking on the role of Static. Again, we don't know what era of Static we're going to get in the DCU. Is he going to be young Virgil, or is it going to be older? We don't really know where they're going with that at all, if that is something that is really James Gunn is really thinking about doing. But when I saw that, I thought that was cool. Like I said, I liked his name in that ring a lot more than I liked the other. So we're going to get to some of these other topics. So Cleve17 said, what's up? He said it's on his IG. I sent it to you. Oh, he said it on his IG. You sent that to me. Okay. Okay. That'd be, like I said, that'd be dope to have him play Static. Zangbeto said, I'm cool with RJ. Or Miles Colton for Static. Let me pull the chats up on this screen because I can't really see him on that one. Miles Canton. Is that the dude that played that just played in Sinners? He did. He said he wants to play Miles Morales in the MCU. Yeah, he said he wants to play Miles Morales. SJ said RJ seems a bit old at 30. I said the same thing. Millie Alcott Supergirl is 25. Sherlo is 24 for comparison. Yeah, that's true. Well, that's true. Like I said, he is 30. So that I said that he's with him being 30, it kind of might tip some people on where they, if they really want him to be Static or not. But then again, like I said, it really depends on the era of Static that we are getting. We don't know if we're going to be getting young Virgil or not. Professor Fun Fan said, for me, it depends on what age they start him at. Yeah, like that's the thing. We just don't know what age they're going to start him at. We have no idea. SJ said Miles said he wanted to play Miles Morales, which I find hilarious. Even Canton don't want to play no age up to Junior. Kugler's boy don't want that role. And when I saw that, we never talked about it on the channel or anything like that, but when I saw that he had said that, I was like, well, and I was not aware that this was his first ever movie role in Sinners. So him saying publicly, and I'm sure privately to Ryan, hey, get me in. I would love to play in a Marvel movie or be Miles or something like that. Now, I doubt he's going to be Miles Morales, but that doesn't mean he couldn't get into the MCU as another role. And what role for me came to mind, I'm not really sure how he really fits this bill. I feel like he maybe would have to beef up for it, but it seems like, obviously a Patriot role is missing. If we don't really know if they're still going with Elijah or not to play Eli, but I don't know. We'll see. I thought that there's a perfect role for him to slide right into because they do not have a Patriot currently, but he is talking to the right guy. He's talking to Ryan. So if he wants to talk to Ryan and see if Ryan can pull some strings to get him in, it ain't gonna be no Miles Morales. SJ said he could play Cyborg. It's kind of small. I have a Cyborg figure that was a Build-A-Figure. That motherfucker's huge. And when I think of Cyborg, that's what I think of him to look like. All right, let's see. Let's go to what was the other? Let's go to let's start here actually. All right. So we know that Ironheart is the next Marvel project that is coming out and arrives on June 24th. They're dropping 3 episodes at a time. They're going to drop 3 episodes one week, 3 episodes the next week. Don't know if that was the original plan. I still think it would have been smart to give this the what's her name? See, I'm forgetting on that show as well. Echo. Was Echo not dropped all at once? I thought this probably should have gotten the Echo treatment and been dropped all at once. Now, there may be still people that are going to be interested in watching this. The reason I have this pulled up here, this is from Facebook. I saw this. Marvel obviously posted this on their Instagram, their Twitter, all their platform, their social media platforms to get people talking, I guess, and excited about the upcoming show, which is coming out before, obviously, Fantastic Four. The comment section is why I pulled this up. I don't know if these are hardcore Marvel fans. I don't know if these are casual Marvel fans. I don't know what lane of Marvel fandom they fall into, but these are people that obviously are engaging with the Marvel Studios post of the poster that they shared. 13K likes, loves, laughs, whatever you want to say down there. And then in the comments, you've got somebody that says, "Why bring a successor when Riri doesn't even work in the comics? Would have been better if they brought." Would have been better if they brought Harley from Iron Man 3 as the next Iron Man. Hell, they even brought him back for a cameo in Endgame, but no, Riri is the chosen one. And that is just kind of where some people's sorry, I want to make sure my mic was right. That's where some people's minds are. This is another guy, and there are people that like that. 375 people like that. It's got 169 comments to it. This person says, "You know the difference between Iron Man and Iron Woman. One's a superhero. The other one's a command." Somebody said Timu Iron Man. And before you ask, yes, I know about the comics. No, I didn't care about them either. Someone said, "Can't wait." I can't wait. It's going to be a meme gold mine. Somebody said, "I'm going to be a dad." TV show. And then someone said, "A whole lot of YouTube critics are about to get rich in 2 weeks." I fixed the caption. He said, "There, I fixed the caption." Then it says, "Is that McDowell from Coming to America?" That is really stupid. This person said, "Can't wait for someone to tell me it wasn't made for me," because that is the overall narrative that people like to say, "Oh, that it just wasn't for me. It wasn't whatever, whatever." This person says, finish the sentence. "In 2 weeks, Ironheart gets dumped on D plus all at once." Someone said, "No Tony Stark daughter, no, not watching. Man, I thought that was War Machine. I legit thought that was Don Cheadle. She-Hulk has competition. Who put the old man in the helmet? Yes, the next Marvel dumpster fire." And it goes on, and there hasn't been one good comment thus far. And I'm not skipping over them. I'm skipping over other bad comments. I'm showing this to say Marvel is in, I think, more trouble than they realize. Well, this show at least. I don't know. I don't really know so much about the Fantastic Four, but especially with the numbers that they said were there for Fandango and the site crashing and this and that. Um, However, when it comes to this TV show, this is dead on arrival, and it has, obviously there is the racist stuff that has to do with some people, being racist toward Dominic Thorne and everything like that. But then there is just the genuine people that are just checked out, and that is myself. I'm a person that is checked out of stuff like this. I don't care to watch this show. As I've said, I'm going to do my due diligence because I have a YouTube channel. I'm going to watch the first episode. If by the first episode or midway into the first episode, I am not drawn or captivated or want to continue on, the same thing I did with Andor, I'm not going to finish it. I'm going in not caring. And again, it's not Dominic Thorne's fault. And I want to make this very, very clear, explicitly clear, because there are some people out there that are going to twist words or whatever. It is not Dominic Thorne. I'm obviously not upset or going at her because of the color of her skin or nothing like that, obviously. And it has nothing to do with Ironheart, the character, any of that. It has everything to do with Marvel Studios. I watched She-Hulk. I watched Moon Knight. I watched Ms. Marvel. I watched Secret Invasion and all the others, and just the gut punch after gut punch after gut punch of what we were expecting to get better. And they're going to fix it. It's going to get better, and it increasingly got worse. And in some instances, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say that everything that they have put out has been shit. We've had some sugar in that shit, but we've had more shit than sugar. And with that, I think that this is going to be one of those shows that falls into that shit category. And Marvel Studios knows that. Dominic Thorne knows that. She's not promoting this show. She's not out here talking about this show. I think the latest thing that she said about it was just coming at people that said that have hesitation. That's what it was. That's what they put in the caption. Dominic Thorne gives words to people that are hesitant about watching Ironheart. And she said, Artie, what'd she say? Tony's, and I'm paraphrasing. Tony's cool with it. RDJ's over here. It's all good over here. And I'm paraphrasing, but those were some key things she did say in that statement. It's all good over here. So Dominic Thorne doesn't give a fuck about this like that. I mean, she doesn't. She's not out here talking about it. She's not out here promoting it. Disney's not out here. I'm sorry, Marvel It's not out here talking about it or promoting it. This is the latest thing they've put out, and that is just the poster. This lets you know, hey, we are 2 weeks away. And I can go ahead and show this as well. They did put this out. Let's see, where is it? Here we are. Let's go ahead and check this out. This is a new trailer for Ironheart has been released. And I think this is the trailer that they put out, which we already knew this. Again, we haven't really talked about Ironheart or the leaks and things for Ironheart or what's going on in the show that we've known from just Daniel RPK, Alex, and all the others, and blah, blah, blah. Yes, she's obviously the Hood is in this. Magic is going to be involved. We've known that the Stark Tech, or not Stark Tech, her technology and Magic were going to play a role in fusing it together and things like that, and mixing them together or whatever. That is why Mephisto is in it. Why Mephisto wants Riri's technology, I'm sure, will be revealed if he is truly in the show. But the rumor was that the Hood was working for Mephisto, and that is so. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see exactly where that goes. But we've known that some of those things that are about to be in the trailer, as far as I think this is where the article came out that they tried to get people, I guess, talking about that she was going to be using technology in Magic. But again, that was another article that got no shares, no talks, no one cared. But this is the trailer that they put out.
My stepdad used to say the best way to know a thing, Dad, is to take it apart, put it back together. Then you can see what it's really made of.
You should take your dad's advice. Break yourself down. See what you're made of.
Here goes nothing. If I'm gonna protect people, I gotta start thinking outside the box.
Out of all the things you could have built, with that big brain of yours, why this?
Because I have to.
Might be a hero in there after all.
Riri, time to wake up.
Love,
What are you?
your greatest creation yet.
Who the hell else would it be, bitch?
So that obviously is coming out June 24th. That is Ironheart. And again, it does not look bad. Like, there's nothing. I'm not saying like, oh God, yeah, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't. There were things in there that did not look bad, like the magic elements and things like that, and mixed with it doesn't look bad. But in a different era, a different Marvel era, this would have been a different conversation. Mind you, I sat through all of She-Hulk. I sat through all of Ms. Marvel and some of the others. I sat through all of Echo. So, in a different time, different era, you had fans in a different place. A lot of fans checked out with She-Hulk. A lot of fans checked out after Ms. Marvel. A lot of fans checked out after Secret Invasion. And that's clear with the Daredevil numbers. But with this one, I think this one's really going to hit them, because I don't think anybody's going to really be watching this at all. I don't think it's really going to be getting any attention, any coverage, or anything like that. Like I said, I'm going to watch the first episode, and if I like, I'm going to continue to watch. And hopefully I do. I'm hoping that I do go in and enjoy it, because it'd be nice to enjoy it. I do want to support it, not just because it is a Marvel project, but more importantly, because it is a Black-led Marvel project. It's Dominic Thorne. You could make the argument, well, then Darius, why don't you watch it all the way through? Because you're supporting everything Black. I am supporting everything Black, but I do have my limits. I am not going to sit through and be miserable through a project that I don't want to watch at all. Again, I've told you guys many, many times on this channel, there is Star Wars for me, and then there's Marvel for me. I love Star Wars and I love Marvel, but I love Star Wars. I did the same thing with Andor season 1. Watched the first episode. Actually, I didn't even finish the first episode. And then you all know from the things I've said about Andor on this channel, I did not watch the first season or the second season, nor do I have plans to. First impressions are lasting impressions. So we will see. We will see how it goes. But you guys got to let me know if you're going to be checking out Ironheart. Are you going to be watching it on June 24th when it comes out? Again, are you in that category of kind of checked out on the things that just simply don't matter? Or you're only going to be paying attention to the spectacle things? Or you just checked out completely? So let me know what you guys are thinking. We do have a super chat here from I'm Too Fly Cam, and I do appreciate that, where he said, best pick for Batman 2 villain, any pick for new Wonder Woman. I have a Wonder Woman pick. I'll come back to the Wonder Woman pick because I'll have to think about that one. But as far as the villain for Batman, with Matt Reeves, if he's continuing on being the director, because we don't know what's going on there, with Matt Reeves wanting to take the Batman, Rob Pattinson's Batman series into the more real world aspects, like we saw with the Riddler, how that it was more based off the Zodiac killer and things like that. I don't know. I liked the idea of Mr. Freeze, of what he wants to do with Mr. Freeze. I don't dislike at all. But when it comes to characters like, if you did a Clayface or if you did a Man Bat or whatever, how do you then do that in a real life aspect? Because what he's doing with Mr. Freeze is it would be like another serial killer type deal that I believe they were talking at one point. He would be freezing his victims and things like that. Like it'd be keeping them in a, I don't know. I don't really know how they did the details of it, but it wouldn't be like Mr. Freeze coming in with a freeze gun and keeping his wife. It'd be none of that. It'd be more of the real aspect. So I don't know. I guess if I had to choose, I personally want to see more of Barry Keoghan's Joker. I know that's such a generic answer, but that is my all-time favorite comic book villain. I love the Joker. So I would want to see more of Barry Keoghan's Joker for sure. I know he's coming, but I would want to see more. Now on the Wonder Woman one, let me come back to that because I have to think about that. I have to think about that one. Definitely appreciate the super. SJ said, a lot of Ironheart hate is from racists, but it's not just exclusive to them. Right. Look, Ricardo said late, but still made it to the stream. Appreciate it. SJ also said Harley was better set up. Comics be damned. MCU cannot pick and choose like this when they want to follow the comics. Harry or Morgan would have been smarter. Or Harley or Morgan. I think definitely going with the Harley one. Everybody wanted that for sure. And the thing with Ironheart or with Riri, it's not that it couldn't have worked. I feel like it probably could have worked. Again, wrong era, wrong time. You're at this is mind you, the show takes place 3 days after Wakanda Forever, a movie that came out in 2022 that some people, I don't know how many people go back and rewatch it because it has zero, in my opinion, this is my opinion, has zero rewatchability. So I don't know if people go back and just on a regular day, hey, I'm feeling like we're watching Wakanda Forever and throw on Wakanda Forever, or how many people are still have Wakanda Forever on the mind and thinking about the events of that show or that movie and thinking about her role that she played in that movie and things like that. So I don't know, it's 3 days on the timeline, MCU timeline, 3 days after Wakanda Forever, and with it being that 3 days after, you're asking people to care about a character that I'm sure not a lot of people remember from in the movie. So yeah, you're going to be dealing with, again, I think wrong time. It is the wrong time. It's kind of like Black Widow, kind of like Thunderbolts too. Thunderbolts was a good movie. I liked Thunderbolts. I saw it twice. But wrong time. So I think that is working majorly against it. Zane Beto said Wonder Man is going to receive the same treatment. Oh yeah, if not worse. if not worse. I think it's going to progressively get worse. It's going to progressively get worse. I think until obviously we get, and I assume obviously until we get to Doomsday. I'm still very curious for Fantastic Four. I don't exactly know what that's going to do at all, but I'm very curious. Let's see. Right Sound Studios said the delay since Black Panther 2. Oh, he said up here talking to SJ. Sorry. Stamina said Wonder Man ain't gonna get it nearly as aggressively. It's not pause, and he said it'll not be as condescending. I don't reckon. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know if people are going to be checking for Wonder Man either. Who did they say was rumored to be in Wonder Man? Was it Bruce Banner Hulk? And I think that was coming from Daniel RPK. I want to say that was it. It was Bruce Banner Hulk. That's that Daniel RPK said it's supposed to be. In what form? I don't know, but that's what he said. Hungry Almighty, haven't seen you in a while. Appreciate you being here. He said, it's been a while since I've been here, but what are your thoughts on the Superman movie? Are you excited? Because I'm 100% super excited. I am excited for it. And the TV spot they showed today was a very good TV spot. I thought, nitpick, there were some things in the TV spot I didn't like. I didn't like the, because I can't show it, because like I said, they'll copy strike us. I didn't like when he punches dude and the teeth fly into the camera and then bounce. I didn't like that. That's so very James Gunn. I can't say I don't like the more jokey Superman, because I have to see the movie in its entirety to see if I do like the more jokey Superman. But as far as spectacle, as far as action goes, I'm very excited to see what this film is going to be. I'm ready for the action in the film, because it looks like there's a shit ton of action in it. From the Hammer of Baravia, you've got him fighting the Clone. You've got him fighting. I think at one point from the new trailer spot, maybe even Guy Gardner and some of the other superheroes and things like that. So I'm very excited to see where this film goes, what it's going to be, what it's going to do in the box office, all that. We're going to talk about the tickets, though, for sure. Understanding said, sound like my grandma. She used to say that. I don't remember what I was even saying on that one. Let's see. Brian Fisher said Ghetto Jarvis. And Riri's AI person. Right Sound Studios said, so who is responsible for the bad Marvel TV shows? After they said we're going back to the core Marvel quality. I think they are still, these were ones that were already in production or done when they had made that announcement, when Iger made, I know what you're talking about. I think you're talking about when Bob Iger came out and said, we are going to put the focus back on the main characters and put the quality over quantity and blah, 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 blah. I think they're still trying to do that. And I think that starts, maybe, I could be wrong. I think it starts with Fantastic Four, them trying to put the quality over the quantity and really putting their all into it. I think it actually started with the Thunderbolts, because Thunderbolts really was not bad. It really wasn't. It felt like it was kind of trying to get back to that Marvel formula. So I think maybe it even started with Thunderbolts, because it damn sure didn't start with Brave New World, but it probably started with Thunderbolts and then moving on. But these TV shows, I think these, especially Wonder Man, they've been done with this. Marvel Zombies, I know that's just some recycled shit from What If. What about what's another one they've got? It's another TV show. There's another TV show they have that's coming out. I'm missing it. Anyway, but yeah. They've got to. They're definitely going to have to fix all of that. But we'll see. But Wonder Man's definitely done, and I think as far as like the quality and all that kind of stuff, I think that happens with the movies. These shows, I really don't know if they even care like that anymore. Let's see. Thank you for the super. Let me see. Professor Film Fan said, let me do it for my phone. It feels like 2020's MCU series. Yeah. One of those. My understanding said I sub to Disney Plus for She-Hulk. You know, again, we watched all of She-Hulk. The last episode was the only one we did record a reaction to. I just didn't upload it because when we were giving our this was at the time when we were still trying to be like, you know, not be so negative and try to, you know, be positive about the things and blah 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 blah. So I had made the decision, oh, we're not gonna upload the finale that we reacted to because Q and I were the only two that reacted to it, and we didn't say shit good like the entire time. That finale was ass-tastic. It was terrible. That was a terrible finale. Terrible show. But the finale was awful. Stamina said, She-Hulk broke my goddamn heart. Tatiana Maslany is one of my all-time faves, but that show shudders. Yeah. Not that great. Not that great. Brian said, checked out on the TV shows besides Daredevil. You liked Daredevil. That's that. I know there were some people that did like Daredevil, as far as the people that did watch Daredevil, because a lot of people did not. I stopped watching. I think the last episode I saw, and I don't know if he came back to life. Maybe he did. I don't know. Last episode I saw was the episode that they seemingly maybe killed Muse. Did Muse die in episode 5 or something like that when he fought Muse up there? When Muse kidnapped his girlfriend. That was the last episode I saw. After that, I was kind of like, well, I don't feel like I have to watch it, nor did I really like it. Dr. Teddy said, I'm going to be honest with you. I want Batman. I want a Batman that's more hard but Mr. Freeze lost his wife and he turns into a frozen serial killer, freezing people to death. I think that's kind of the concept they were trying to go with. If Matt Reeves brings in Mr. Freeze. Xavier said, I feel bad for Dominic because the setup of her character in the movies was just awful. Yeah, awful, terrible. And expect people to give a flying fuck about this character from 2022 that was the MacGuffin in a fucking terrible film. And her show takes place 3 days after that. We've already talked about why I think, you know, and they might, you know, I don't know. Any Wakanda could show up. It would make sense. I don't understand why someone from Wakanda would not show up. But I mean, is she gonna mention, oh, where were you? Oh, was she at the funeral? No, that was before. I've seen that movie one time. It was in theaters. That was before. Yeah. So they had the funeral before she came in the film. So no, she can't say, oh, I was at Prince or King T'Challa's funeral. But I don't know. Expecting people to give a fuck about this character is just, it's crazy. It's crazy. Fest the Film Fan said, we went from T'Challa, Luke Cage, Cloak, and Alex Wilder to lower tier and race-bent characters who are getting set up to fail. Indeed. Ricardo said, I thought Vision was rumored to be in Wonder Man. He was at one point. I don't know if he's going to be. But he was rumored to be in Wonder Man at one point. I guess we'll have to see exactly what happens to him and his show. Now that show is that one I am actually looking forward to. SJ said they should have just done Avengers Armor Wars as like a tune-up mission before RDJ Doom arrives. Chi-Town said, Ayo, if Chillmonger is here, I no longer have beef with you. Oh, well, look at that, Chill. Beef squashed. Xavier said, I agree that Wonder Man has a slight chance since no one outside of the comic book readers even know that character. I don't, but see, I think that makes it even worse for him. That nobody knows who he is. I mean, and again, this is only just the people I spoke with when I had the dinner with my casual Marvel viewing friends. That was one of the reasons they didn't go see Thunderbolts. They were like, "Who are these characters? Like, why should we care about these characters?" And da 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 da, and also blah blah blah. So I just feel like, and with that, are people really gonna give a fuck? Are they gonna be like, yeah, bro, Wonder Man? Yeah, now maybe Yahya Abdul-Mateen is the pool. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Until I'm sitting here, I forget that shit even is happening. Brian with the super chat said, Bucky was my only bright spot for Thunderbolts. Really? I really liked Thunderbolts. I thought Thunderbolts was good. And John Walker was mine. I thought he was fucking great in that. He was, to me, one of the best parts of the film, if not the best parts of the film. I liked him a lot. And then you said Sentry. I didn't have enough time to spend with Sentry to like Sentry. He showed up for 60 seconds and did what he did, and then he bounced. Chi-Town said, do you feel like because of the bad movies lately that Marvel will suffer even if the new content is good? Yes. And I know I keep saying this because Thunderbolts was good. And I know a lot of you did not like Thunderbolts, but Thunderbolts was a good movie, in my opinion. And people didn't show up for Thunderbolts. Partly that's it's a whole can of reasons why you can put it, as the reason why people didn't show up to Thunderbolts. But Fantastic Four, we are hearing that it crashed the Fandango tickets websites when they launched the ticket sales. I checked my theater, and now, granted, that's just Fandango, through Regal at least. My seats are, I'm still right now seeing the film with, I think, 9 other people in the IMAX. That's not to say that as we get closer, people aren't going to be buying tickets. Probably people just don't feel like this is one that I have to buy a ticket early for. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see on that one as well. But I do think that I still think they're gonna suffer, even if it's good content, unless it is an Avengers level event like Doomsday. I think that, or Spider-Man or something like that. I think, they're gonna suffer. Ricardo said Born Again was boo-boo and should have been renamed Matt Murdock's Born Again. Xavier said, I'm still pissed on how they treated DD. Yeah. Not great. Stamina said, Heather becoming any sort of vigilante after all that shit she said would be diabolically corny. I hope to high heaven they don't do that. Now, is this in Daredevil? Because I'm telling you, I stopped it when Muse died, so I don't even know who that is. We're talking White Tiger's her. That's not her. That's not her name. Xavier said Thunderbolts is just the casualty of a bad era. Yeah, I agree. Xavier says it's going to take a lot to win the casuals back, and I agree with that as well. It's definitely going to take a lot to win them back. All right, let's move to the next thing here. Next thing that we are going to talk about is, let's see. Let's do this one. Did you guys see this movie, this animated movie that they are doing? It's called Goat. And there's really not a lot on it at all. But Stephen Curry is one of the voices. David Harbour is one of the voices. Jennifer Lewis, Caleb McLaughlin's one of the voices. Gabrielle Union's in it. It's a whole star-studded cast that they got here for this animated film, and it looks like Curry is also producing on it. But it's about some little goat named Will that's going to go, and he like joins the Roarball League or something like that. I guess it's the basketball league, and it's an all animal kingdom. So the only thing we've gotten from it is that image. Oh wow, okay. The only thing we've gotten from it is okay, the image of the goat here. And I'm a sucker for animated films, and this is from the people that created or directed or created Beyond the Spider-Verse and all that. Think Lord and Miller. So I am definitely going to be watching this one. Again, there's nothing really here. This is just telling you about the voice actors and who they're playing and blah, blah, blah. Kayla's voicing the main character, Will. So, yeah. It's going to be, I think, a good little basketball film. I want to see the trailer for it. They released a trailer for Animal Farm. Did anybody read Animal Farm in high school? We had to read that in English class. I'm going to be checking that one out, too. That one's got, why am I blanking on brother's name? Neighbors, Pineapple Express. T'Challa, sit down. Neighbors, Pineapple Express. What is his name? Damn, I don't remember his name. But I'm gonna be watching that. I'll be watching that one too. He got into it with Dave Franco. Seth Rogen. Yes, thank you. I don't know why I couldn't remember his name. Seth Rogen. Yeah, Seth Rogen's voicing one of the main characters. And they showed a clip for it. The shit was funny. I'm going to be watching that one too. But, all right. So, somebody said Lies of Wakanda next. Let's save Lies. Let's do the Batman. So, the Batman 2. Some people say that this is never happening. A lot of the scoopers say that this is not happening. Jeff Snyder says that it is happening. And he has heard that, and Robert Pattinson himself has said that they are even going to start filming at the end of 2025. The only thing that we heard, and I don't remember if it was from Variety or what trade it was from. If it was from the Hollywood Reporter, I think it might have been the Hollywood Reporter. Sit down. That had said that Matt Reeves was having some personal issues. No, there's Jeff Snyder. It wasn't even a trade. It was Jeff Snyder, I think. That Matt Reeves was having some personal issues behind the scenes. They didn't know if that was with himself personally or a family member or whatever. And that he had to step away from the project. Now, James Gunn has repeatedly said that they have still not received a script for this. And most recently, in his most recent interview that he did with Entertainment Weekly, he said that he has still not seen a script for the Batman 2, but he remains excited and hopeful for the film. Again, Pattinson himself said they start filming at the end of 2025. This is what Screen Rant put out. James Gunn shares a new update on the Batman 2 as Matt Reeves' DC sequel remains in the works. While James Gunn's DC universe is one of DC Studios' biggest priorities, they are still exploring Elseworld franchises, including the Batman universe, which is set to continue focusing on Reeves' take on the Caped Crusader following rumors that Reeves isn't directing the Batman 2, which Gunn has debunked. Many are still wondering what direction the sequel is going to take. It doesn't matter, and I will say this too about Gunn, because Gunn spends so much time, and he has shown us multiple times that because he spends so much time on the internet and he spends time debunking things, some of the things that he debunks are lies. Him just, trying to, I guess, control the narrative at the time. Remember, he said that there was no Superman clone in Superman. There's a clone in Superman. He said that the clone was not going to be Ultraman. It's more than likely going to be Ultraman. He also said, what did he say? He had said that he didn't want to he was not the reason, or wasn't the one that made the decision to get rid of Henry Cavill. The lie detector determined that was a lie as well. There was other things that, so many different things that he has said, a track record of, that he has said that he's not, that he has debunked, that have still come out and been true. So I don't really know if you can take that with any type of anything real from that, because like I said, he has said this before and that really hasn't meant anything. Matt Reeves really may not be directing this film. That is something that we've heard for a long time. Again, but they still don't have a script. And I think that is a big indicator that he really may not be directing this film. Again, we don't know if that's due to issues behind the scenes of them arguing, or issues of Matt Reeves' own health, or health with someone in his family. And again, I think that's what Jeff was reporting. So they go on to say, in a new interview with Entertainment Weekly, Gunn addressed the status of the Batman 2 with Robert Pattinson, and there have been many questions about what is going on with the 2027 DC movie. Without giving too many details, Gunn assured that Reeves is actively working on the Batman 2, sharing the following. So, I mean, if he's saying that he's working on it, he's working. You got to take his word for it. He's working on it. He said, "What Matt's doing is really important, despite all the stories to the contrary. We're supposed to see the script shortly, and I can't wait." So they're supposed to see a script shortly, he says. Matt Reeves is currently working on it. Maybe, whatever Jeff was hearing or whatever the others were hearing is not true. James is saying, contrary to popular belief, we've got a script. We're going to be seeing it. Matt's working on it. There's no issues. All is fine. I don't personally believe that. We will see. Again, you've got Pattinson that also said he starts filming at the end of 2025. So if he's saying that, Gunn's saying what he's saying, we haven't heard anything from Reeves, but we'll see. We will see. We'll see. I think that this is a film, again, that it's like time. Am I going to go? Would I go see the Batman 2? Of course I go see it. But it's like time. When did this one come out? When was this? This was in 2022 as well, I believe. And now it's not supposed to come out until when? 2027? It's a long time. It's a long time for a sequel, when this sequel was supposed to come out this year, I believe. Supposed to come out this year originally. Yeah, so we'll see exactly what happens with the Batman Part 2. But you guys let me know. Do you think that Matt Reeves is actually working on this script? Do you think that what Jeff said, it has any truth behind it, that there is something going on behind the scenes, or maybe he got it all together, there's something going on any longer? Or do you believe Gunn here when he says what he's saying, that, contrary to popular belief and all the rumors out there, nope, we're going to see a script here shortly, and he's excited about it? I don't trust Gunn's word like that, but we'll see. All right. Next thing that we will move on to is this one, Superman. The ticket sales. Ticket sales went online today, and people were posting that, I think some of the outlets were posting that the Fandango site was crashing because people were trying to get ticket sales, or trying to get their ticket for Superman. Now, there were people that were also posting under some of those posts on Twitter that were saying that was happening, posting screenshots of their theater where they had, maybe 6, 5, 4, 3 to 9, 10 people in their theater. I went and checked my local theater. I haven't checked it. Can I check it online so you guys can see it? I checked mine, and I didn't see any. It wasn't sold out. Yeah, it wasn't sold out at all. Yeah, I can. So I can show you here. Let's look at this. All right. They were saying that, it is selling out, and that ticket sales are all over the place, that they are selling out on theaters and this and that. Let me see if I can pull up Superman. Let me go to the coming soon. Where is coming soon? There we go. No, not that one. All right. Yeah, that's fine. Just do that shit. So IMAX, Warren Theater on. When does this movie come out? That's right. It's between Jurassic Park and them. So July 10th. Movie comes out Friday, July 11th. You see the early showing on July 10th. You look at the IMAX. Let's do the 7 o'clock showing. The gray seats in the IMAX theater are the seats that are taken. Now, you might look at that and be like, well, that's not that bad. It's that bad, I think. And the reason I think that is because typically, well, let me put it in perspective. I sat in a sold out Lilo and Stitch theater. So this is Superman. And it's not getting that attention. So let's look at another date or another time here. Let's look at the 1020 showing. Maybe people, getting off work. Oh, nope. Even that one's actually worse. People are not going at the 1020. So maybe it's like, what there is a Thursday night. Motherfuckers got to work the next day, Friday. Let's check Friday. Let's check the 7 p.m. showing on Friday. I haven't looked at this, so maybe it's worse than the 7 p.m. showing on Thursday. Get your ass somewhere and sit down. Let me say that shit again. It's worse than the 7 p.m. showing on Thursday. Then you can go back and we can look at the Friday one at 10:20. And there are 2 people at that one. Now it's June. It's June, so it's like, okay, we're looking at ticket sales for a movie that didn't come out till July 11th. I think I just wanted to show this to show that I don't know whose theaters were getting sold out. None of mine are. From people that were posting screenshots online, they were saying that theirs weren't. I know that Josh over at Dinner Nerds said that he got his ticket early and his theater was completely sold out. So maybe it depends on where you are. It depends on the demographic of fans around you. Depends on the people that are actually really interested in Superman. But I feel personally that just the name alone of it being Superman should be enough to garner asses and seats, especially with all the promo that James Gunn and DC and Warner Bros have been doing. They've been giving a lot of great TV spots. This most recent TV spot that came out with the release of the ticket sales today was really good. I wish I could show it, but again, there's some assholes over there. They will copy strike us, so I can't. But I thought it was really good. And I think that all the promotion that they've done, some of the promotion they've done, that thing with Shaq sucked. But some of the promotion that they've done for Superman has been really, really good. And it just is going to come down to, I guess, maybe as we get closer, or I don't think this one is one of those things where it's like a superhero fatigue. I don't feel that. One of the things you're getting with Superman that they have explicitly displayed in the trailers is spectacle. And I think, again, that is the era we're in. People want to see the spectacle. People want to see, superheroes fighting superheroes, the laser eye vision scene at the end. That was great. It was great. The scene of him, the other scenes of him fighting the Hammer Bravi, that was great. Like I want to you had Lex Luthor's dialogue over the trailer. Great. I thought it was good. So I've been saying I'm excited for Superman. I want to see exactly what it does in the box office. I'm excited for Superman though. So it's only, what is today? June 13th, June 11th. It's June 11th. It's June 11th. So as we get closer, maybe that looks different. And maybe it's just like, okay, well, maybe not everybody wants to see this motherfucker in the IMAX. That's stupid, but maybe it's true. Uh, so we look at a 5 p.m. showing in a standard. Empty. And again, this is June. 8 p.m. 2 people. 9 p.m. No one. So, again, it's 3D, maybe. No, 2 people. Maybe again, it's July or June, so we'll get closer. And as we get closer, maybe that is definitely going to spark. Now, out of curiosity, here, this is not about the Fantastic Four, but since we're here, let's go ahead and check out the Fantastic Four. Now, let's check this too, just out of curiosity, because I'm fucking curious because I'm here. A 9:30 p.m. showing. When is this? This is today. There's 2 people in there. 10:30. Now, what about people that are taking their children on the weekend? That's today. Duh, don't do today. No, but nobody's probably still getting tickets early for fucking Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, nobody's getting tickets early for Lilo and Stitch. Okay. Anyway, Fantastic Four. Still the number 1 movie in the world right now, though. Still the number 1 movie in the world right now. And I don't know why people are so baffled by that. Like, I've seen some YouTubers saying like movies like Minecraft and movies like Lilo and Stitch and those are movies that are making billions of dollars right now. Yeah, it's not that. It's really not that to me. And this is just my opinion. I don't have any scientific, I haven't done any decoding or anything like that. I'm just saying from my point of view, it's really not that hard to understand that people just are checked out with Marvel. It's not that people are checked out with movies. It's not that people are having a movie fatigue or anything like that. It's not even a superhero fatigue. It is just simply people are checked out with Marvel. I mean, you can only kick people so many times before they completely check out. And for a lot of people, it really happened again around that She-Hulk time. Around that She-Hulk time is when you really started losing a lot of people. Around that Love and Thunder time too. So I forget Love and Thunder. I mean, I think that was one of the first ones where a lot of people sat down and were like, "Ooh, that was not good. That was a Marvel L." So I think, and again, I don't think it's that hard to comprehend. That's why Lilo and Stitch is doing what it's doing. Not only that, it's one of the better Disney live action films. And with it being one of the better Disney live action films, I don't like the changes that they made to it. I think that, I'm going to see this tomorrow. And from my understanding, from what I've seen from people that have already seen the film already in the early showing, from what the director has said, from what the actors that are going to be portraying these characters have said, this is a 1-for-1 of the animation. That is a question I do have that's really not related to Superman, but I want to ask you guys what you guys think about that. What do you think? When you go see a live action remake, are you wanting to see a 1-for-1 remake, or are you wanting to see a remake that has some of the scenes that are some of the same from the animation, but it's the director's twist and their take on what they want the live action film to be? Are you more interested in a 1-for-1, or are you like, well, why would I want to see a 1-for-1? I could just watch the animation film. Personally, for me, when I hear live action film, I'm thinking 1-for-1. That's for me. That's what because I would have enjoyed Lion King a hell of a lot better if it was 1-for-1, instead of going in making the change you made to the live action Lion King, to where the hyenas didn't even fucking know Scar. They had to meet. Like, I didn't like that shit. That was awful. I mean, Shinzi was in control even in the animation. She was the leader of them, but she answered to Scar. It wasn't like she answered to Scar until it was revealed that he was going to betray them and all that kind of shit. I mean, you've seen Lion King, you fucking know. I'm just saying, if it was a 1-for-1, it would have been a hell of a lot better. And I think the same thing with Lilo and Stitch. The scenes that were 1-for-1 in Lilo and Stitch were phenomenal. Phenomenal. The opening of Lilo and Stitch was great because it was basically, you take out Captain Gantu, which was damn stupid, but you take out Captain Gantu, do the weird shit they did with Jumba. I think that, that shit was great. The opening of that was great. Even when you land on Earth and he's pointing the guns at the frog and all that, like, it's great. That was great. The one for one shit was great. The changes, hate it. So I'm going to be seeing this tomorrow. And from my understanding, it is a one for one, and I think that that's the way you do a live action animated film. I don't think that you take twists and turns. I think that's where Disney has failed. That's why one of the main reasons that a lot of their live action films have failed. And I don't want to say failed like that, because they do make money. These live action, outside of Snow White, the live action films are making money, but it's the overall perception of them. I don't think the conversation where people are like, oh, I love that. I really liked Jungle Book. Thought Jungle Book, they did really, really good. Cruella wasn't bad. I didn't care for it that much, but it wasn't bad. Granted, it is a prequel, so it's really not pulling off of an animation, but they could do better. The rumor right now is that they're doing Lion King 2. I love Lion King 2 just as much as I love the Lion King. Oh God, I don't know. What are they gonna? How are they? What are they gonna change in that? So I don't know. That was definitely a tangent, but from seeing Lilo and Stitch. But yeah, okay, Fantastic Four. So Fantastic Four. Are tickets on sale for Jurassic Park? Have they done that yet? Fantastic Four. I'm seeing it this day, the Thursday. I'm seeing it in IMAX. I will see it at 9:20. Then there I am. I'm here. These are the people I'm seeing it with as of now. Again, that could change. Friday for them at a IMAX 7 p.m. showing. It's better than that Superman one was at 7 p.m. on Friday. 10:20. 2 people. Again, they could change. July. But yeah, so no, that one really is the same. I said that the day that they were saying that Fantastic Four was crashing Fandango's website. I didn't see that here. Again, maybe in different cities, depending on where you are. Maybe it changes. But as of right now, I'm not. And you might be saying, well, your state, Oklahoma, it's not that. Nah, you'd be wrong. When I go see Marvel films, when we used to go see Marvel films before the decline of Marvel, they were packed theaters. Even Thor: Love and Thunder, we saw it in a packed theater. I think Shang-Chi was the first one, because it was out of the pandemic, that we saw that really didn't have, a packed theater in it. And then from there, believe, obviously, we had No Way Home that we saw in a packed theater. Multiverse of Madness we saw in a packed theater. Quantumania we saw in a packed theater. It was just some of these others. In Quantumania was shit, but some of these others were just, been the decline every single time. So it may be the same thing for Fantastic Four. Maybe people are going to get a ticket. Maybe people are not going to get a ticket. Maybe I am going to just be seeing it with these 9 other people. But again, for perspective, Lilo and Stitch, my theater was sold out. You already heard that story. Some ghetto ass motherfuckers. So that is Superman. Have you gotten your ticket? When you saw that, when I saw the Fandango sites were crashing, it made me. That's why I went to Regal. I was like, okay, let me, I guess, get my ticket if sites are crashing and people are that excited, because I have seen people like friends of mine, like casual viewers and things like that. And I won't even call them friends. Let's call them associates. I'm going to talk to these people, my friends. Let's call them associates that I have on Snapchat and things like that. People that are posting on their stories that are, excited for Superman or whatever. I've seen excitement for it, more so Superman than I've seen coming for Fantastic Four, at least from people that I know. So I've seen the excitement for Superman, but I thought to myself, let me go hurry up and get my ticket. And no, didn't need to, didn't buy it. Don't need to right now. So maybe in your city, is it like that? Let me know. As yours, or if you even checked. Is your theater sold out? Did you get your ticket already? Did they pressure you into getting yours? Or let me know what you guys' situation is looking like over on your side. Let's see. Johnny said, it really doesn't matter to me. I just want to see a good movie. I don't care if a one for one or not, as long as the story is good. I have a good time. And I can agree to that. I won't say there are changes and things that have been made in some live action films that I'm like, oh, I don't mind that, because even Jungle Book was not a one for one, and I do enjoy Jungle Book. So I will agree to that as long as it's a good story. Because Thor is, bro, if that shit irritates me. He just sits at the fucking door and screams. Yeah, so Jungle Book's not a one for one, so I agree. Shut up! Let's see. Vontae said, I don't want a one for one exactly, because I don't think everything that you animate can look or feel the same in live action. That I can agree with you as well. But I want the feeling to match. That I can agree to as well. Ricardo said, you're definitely missing the movie if you go to the cry room. What are we talking about? Fonte also said, I like the emotions you feel during the movie and message should definitely stay the same. Yeah. And the Ohana change, and that everybody, had a problem with. I had an issue with it too. I saw Lilo and Stitch at the Thursday night showing, and did not at all care for the changes. I didn't like that. I thought it was a disservice to Zach Galifianakis, because I think he's a great actor and things like that. But as far as like, he's funny as well too, hilarious. But him voicing Jumba, that was not good. That was not good at all. Not good at all. Somebody made a meme of Jumba, the scene of him tearing the newspaper up in his cell and eating it. They put the clip of him as Jumba, talking as Jumba, over it, and they had him rip it up. It's funny. It's funny. Maybe not funny the way I'm telling it, but that shit was funny. So yeah, a lot of people did not really care for it, and I was one of the people that did not care for those changes. Xavier said, when those dinos are unleashed, it's game over. Have they done the ticket sales for? Have they said, hey, tickets on sale now for Jurassic World? No. Yes, because this theater has a lot of people in it. But there's only one. There's only one theater. It's at 12 a.m. So is this like a midnight showing? Because it's at the 40X. It's the 40X theater. So I guess they're doing a midnight showing, and there are people in this one. So yeah, no. I'll show you guys this one. There are actually people in this one. This is a midnight showing. Still more. But there's only one showing. So I'm assuming the next day, yeah. It comes out July 1st? No, it comes out July 3rd, doesn't it? I thought it came out the day before the 4th. But anyway, they've got showings for it on the 2nd. Does it not have an IMAX showing? That's right. Jurassic is not showing in IMAX, which I thought was kind of stupid. Why not? So I'm gonna have to watch this in a regular ass screen. Tickets are on sale. I didn't know that though. But yeah, those tickets are on sale. Grand Region Thrax said Falcon Cap Theater was pretty packed when I went. Was it? Was it? You know what? I can believe that. There were some people that were saying that their theaters were packed. Mine was not. It was not. I'm actually trying to even remember my experience in that movie. I think, not trying to be funny, I think I was just thinking about when this is over. I really don't remember my experience in that movie. I know that they keep trying to shove it down my fucking throat on with all these ads on Disney Plus and stuff like that. If you're getting any ads on YouTube, it's Captain America: Brave New World now on Disney Plus, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't give a fuck. But it is on Disney Plus, and I think they were saying at one time it was the #1 movie on Disney Plus. I don't know why they keep saying that shit. That's not like an accomplishment. Because how many, like, what's Disney Plus's traffic flow for it to be the #1 movie on Disney Plus? Let's see. All right. Sound Studios said Weirdo Quantumania and Weirdo Darren. Professor Film Fan said, yeah, I think Shang-Chi would have had more success if it would have gotten a November release. Yeah, Shang-Chi is great. It's a great movie, too. Third act, wobbly. A little wobbly, but still not bad. Dre said, I got my ticket, and guess what? 2 tickets were for me and my wife in IMAX. For Superman, dope. Andre said, Jungle Book was my favorite live-action remake. Yeah, they did a really good job on that. Ethan Romine said, how have I never known you had this channel? Definitely tuned in now. Yeah, I've been here, Ethan. Where the fuck have you been? What? Shout out to Ethan Romines. Ethan Romines is a, why do I keep saying your whole fucking name? But it's on the screen. Is a no longer a kid. I'm getting old. I told you guys I coached at a middle school, and Ethan was one of the players on the team that I coached on. So shout out Ethan. Yes, bro. I have a YouTube channel. Professor Film Fan said Dolby theaters are always fun. I've not seen anything in 4X. I think I saw something in 4X one time. I don't like the experience because I got sprayed. I wasn't expecting that shit. I wasn't expecting to get sprayed. I wasn't expecting, I knew the shit was gonna move, but the involuntary spraying, I didn't ask for that, and that really took me out of the experience because I got sprayed more than once. So I didn't like that. And I think is that the Dolby experience? Is that the 4DX stuff? Right Sound Studio said, yeah, it's everywhere. Cap on Disney Plus. Yeah, no, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. They want you to watch Captain America 4 so goddamn bad. There's no way in hell I will watch that movie again. I've seen that movie once, and I was forced to watch it a second time when we reviewed it here, when I put it on the screen. And that shit was awful. Terrible movie. Stamina said Dolby, what is that? FTW 40X doesn't sound appealing in the slightest, though. What is FTW? That's not Falcon. No, FTW. I don't know what FTW. Let's move, though. The next thing we'll talk about is, what is it? The Lies of Wakanda? Is that the last one? Eyes of Wakanda, Lies of Wakanda, whatever the fuck is going on in Wakanda without T'Challa. That one. Yeah. So a lot of this stuff is stuff we talked about fucking last year. When I was talking about the rumors and the stuff coming out for Eyes of Wakanda, we knew then that Iron Fist was going to be in it. So let me kind of just go, before I even go into the article here, let me go into what I said last year. So this is what we put down. This was what the layout for the video I had last year. This one says a synopsis. Throughout Wakandan history, brave warriors have been tasked, blah, 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 to travel the world, retrieving dangerous vibranium artifacts. This is their story. The series began development back in 2021 with Marvel Studios and Coogler's production company, Proximity Media, co-producing. Um, and then it says that Todd Harris is the director for all the episodes, just like the veteran Marvel Studios storyboard artist and art director Brian Andrews has directed the entirety of What If and Marvel Zombies. So Brian Andrews and Todd Harris are worked on this together. Todd Harris, as we talked about back then, has a lot of Marvel Studios credentials. He's worked on many Marvel movies. So he's been behind the scenes, but now he's coming forward. That's where it says here. Harris has been credited as a storyboard artist for X-Men Origins, Wolverine, Deadpool 2, Venom, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man Far From Home, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Hawkeye, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and some more. Goes on to say there's also a high chance that the other 2 episodes are written by Harris and Coogler himself. So these are the rumors now that are supposed to be happening in the show. Remember, Iron Fist was one of those rumors that we talked about last year. So ka-ching on another thing that we got right here. Well, I don't want to say we got right because it wasn't like I was fed the information, but we reported on that information and got it right. So another one. This one says it's an anthology series, just like What If. Episodes are said to be around 30 minutes long. It will feature time travel and will introduce us to the new Iron Fists. That's where it is. And then it says many Greek gods. That was a problem I had with this shit when I saw it the first time. I don't know why we're meeting Greek gods. If you're in Africa, shouldn't you be meeting the pantheon of African gods? But hey, I digress because we've talked about this shit at length. Goes on to say Greek gods. One episode of the series is rumored to take place during the Trojan War. Achilles will make his MCU debut in the Eyes of Wakanda. Now, remember, this is all canon to the current MCU timeline. So whatever happens in this, whatever characters do show up, if Achilles does show up, this would be his MCU debut, even though it is animated, because this is all canon to the timeline. Goes on to say, while another is rumored to feature Iron Fist, who helps the Wakandans out. Eyes of Wakanda will also introduce the Horde, an alien race connected to the Celestials. Now, that one, it may still be happening. I would say so, because there was another rumor that came out. I think it came from Daniel. It might have actually came from Marvel Studios themselves, that said that we will see the Eternals during the next phase. So we won't be seeing them Doomsday, Secret Wars, or any of that shit. But you'll see them in the next phase. So if we see the Eternals in the next phase, maybe, to give you some type of, hey, remember these guys, the big giant fucking alien that came through the fucking stars and said, I'm going to judge Earth, and we just completely forgot about that. Yeah, this is all connected to that. So the Horde is that alien race that may still be connected. That's coming from Daniel and Alex over the Cosmic Circus. So that may still be happening. It may not. And it goes on to say the series will also explore the mythological aspects of Wakanda whilst focusing on the isolated nation's history. As previously mentioned, Iron Fist is rumored to be in the show, and the show will touch on the history of dragons and their ties to Kunlun, and which is one of the 7 capitals, or one of the 7 capital cities of heaven in the legacy of Iron Fist. Again, when we talked about this, I was like, that's a lot of focus. Now, if you even look at the article that we haven't even gotten into yet, when talking about Eyes of Wakanda, what is the focal picture here? Iron Fist. So it's like I said last year when I talked about this, the show is called Eyes of Wakanda, but we're spending a lot of time with a lot of motherfuckers that ain't Wakandan. I haven't seen the show, so I can't say that. But just going off of the rumors, if you're giving me a 30-minute episode and there's only 6 episodes or 4 episodes, it's 4 episodes, 30-minute episodes, and we're talking about exploring Kunlun and dragons and Iron Fist and the 7 capital cities. That's what is that? That's 25 minutes. What is the last 5 minutes? And hey, here are the Wakandans. So I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's maybe again, the rumor actually did say that he's going to be helping the Wakandans. So it's a lot of time still. Like I said, with the Greek gods thing too, if that is something that actually happens. Why Greek gods? I understand there's a lot of time traveling and shit that's going to be happening in the show, but why Greek gods? It's like we were promised the exploring and exploration and expansion of Wakanda and Wakanda Forever, but that did not happen. It didn't happen. So you have an animated show where you could have done that, but we are spending time with other cultures. Goes on to say the events of the show will be a part of the sacred timeline. This is coming from Brad Winderbaum. Brad Winderbaum, for those that do not know, is I believe, the successor to Kevin Feige. He's been the one doing a lot of the talking lately, especially on the animated side. He said, we're exploring so many amazing avenues on the animated side. Eyes of Wakanda, more than any other show, fits right into our sacred MCU timeline. Remember, he said this on video, so we do have that video. So when I edit this, I'll probably plug it in here. Then he said, Black Panther director Ryan Coogler is a producer on it. Todd Harris is one of our longtime storyboard artists who directs it. It's about Wakandan history and its mythology. And it's really cool. It looks amazing, and it feels like, okay, I'm getting the animated look into the MCU. This was never confirmed by Marvel. I don't think it was ever confirmed either by any of the scoopers, but it was put out there, I believe, by Jeff and the rest of them. This is the most expensive. Damn. I want to make sure I get that number right. Because there was something that said that this was the most expensive animated show that they did. Let's see. There was a rumor. Here we are. Here we are. Let's see. Hold on. Because they were comparing it to Arcane. Damn. This is not the right article, but this one is comparing it to Arcane. But this is not the right article. In the thing that had come out, they had said that, I believe, and I think this was not ever confirmed by Marvel Studios or anybody else, but this is the most expensive. This was a rumor, so I don't want to say it is, but the rumor was, and I believe it, that this was the most expensive Marvel show that they've done. Expensive animated show that they've done or anything like that. I don't remember what the exact number was, but the idea, the animation style that we're seeing, that we've seen thus far from little clips and pictures, because they've not officially shown anything officially for this, like no trailer has been put out to the public, was the Arcane animation style. And it kind of is similar to that, I guess you could say. I'm not a fan of Arcane. Don't shoot me. But I guess you could say it kind of looks like Arcane. But that's what they were going for. So they spent a shit ton on this, was the rumor. Nothing's been official. And then I went on to ask if T'Challa could work, or could it work without T'Challa, and blah, 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 blah. So, but the new details that have come out about this show are in this article here. This is coming from comicbook.com, and this was at the some film festival. It says the world's foremost event celebrating all forms of animated cinema is officially in full swing. It's happening in France. Okay, we're going to move on down because I don't care about all that. This says, and this year, fans are getting a thrilling peek behind the curtain of Marvel's Eyes of Wakanda animated series. Set to premiere on Disney Plus, series creator, director, and executive producer Todd Harris is on hand at the festival for a special screening and Q&A session, offering fresh insights into the highly anticipated project. The fact that Marvel is bringing Eyes of Wakanda is such a prestigious event, signals their confidence in the series, which looks to deliver a deeper dive into the rich history and untold stories of the technologically advanced, fictitious African nation. They wanted to make sure they put that in there. fictitious. Don't let you think these niggas is ever gonna be that smart. It goes on to say, per Variety, we now have intriguing new details on the mysterious show's premiere. Now, this is some of the bullet points that they touched on at the event. It says the first episode is titled Into the Lion's Den. It is set in 1260 BC. So remember the thing that was saying like, oh, the reason T'Challa's not in this, reason we're doing another project, or we're doing a project that's not surrounding T'Challa, is because this is taking place way before T'Challa. So this is taking place way before he was even a thought. So the first episode is taking place in 1260 before Christ. Then it goes on to say the series follows a disgraced former Dora Milaje turned war dog named Nani, voiced by Winnie Harlow. Goes on to say she is in the pursuit of a former Wakandan royal guard turned pirate named Lion, voiced by Cress Williams. And I think that is, I have that pulled up. Oops. I think that's dude from House of Dragon. Is that his name? Right here, I have it. With his, maybe it's further down than I thought, because damn, big damn, how long ago was this? Damn, okay, here it is. Oh no, that's not him. So, but he is in it. Steve Toussaint. He's in it. But that's not him. Anyway, Lion has stolen tech from Wakanda and wants to start his own kingdom. Lion has a crew of pirates assembled from the top fighters around the world. So when I showed that picture the last time we talked about this, it was the picture of all the Lion. It looked like somebody had mentioned in the stream that it looked like they didn't look like Wakandan. They didn't look like they were representing a Wakandan tribe as the Lions or whatever. Yeah. So that looks like that is what is going on. It goes on to say each of the show's 4 episodes will recount effort. Wait, each of the shows. Okay. Each of the show's 4 episodes will recount efforts to recapture and reclaim stolen tech and artifacts from Wakanda during different time periods. Each of the show's 4 episodes. Okay, so still only has 4 episodes. It goes on to say the continuing thread through all these episodes will be ramifications and fallout from Lion's initial threat. There will be an Iron Fist in here and there, and not the Iron Fist you expect, teased Harris to the crowd. Previously, Brad Winterbaum, Marvel Studios head of Marvel streaming television animation, shared Eyes of Wakanda more than any, as I just read, is very important to the timeline. So, comes out August 6, 2025 is when it's going to premiere. We still have not seen a trailer or anything like that from it. I think they got to see something at the festival, but we have not seen anything from it. So, and I guess Todd Harris is the one that designed the Hulk and Thor fight in Ragnarok. So maybe, I don't know who's checking Eyes of Wakanda out. I am not checking Eyes of Wakanda out, as I've told you guys many, many times when it comes to the Black Panther franchise in the MCU. Until T'Challa is recasted, I will not be paying attention or watching, at least watching anything that's going on in Wakanda in the MCU. Or, like I said, I don't read comics any longer anyway, or whatever the fuck they're doing in comics, making them white. Not watching any of that. This stuff here with Eyes of Wakanda, I will, when the stuff comes out, as far as like stuff, because stuff is going to hit Twitter. People are going to watch it. Clips are going to be put out, blah, 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 blah. We'll cover that stuff. As far as me going in and watching the show, no. We'll cover and see exactly what the show is entailing and how the show is supposed to, because from what we were told, is going to impact the timeline, or how it impacts the timeline, and what way does it impact the timeline. With them having time traveling technology, where was this at when T'Challa died? So all that stuff. So that is some of the things going on with Eyes of Wakanda. Again, it doesn't come out till August 6th. I don't know when they're going to put out a trailer for that. Maybe sometime in July, maybe I don't know. They have no presence at SDCC. I would have thought that's where they would have done it, but since they're not going to SDCC this year, who knows? We'll see. But that's Eyes of Wakanda. You guys let me know. Are you tuned in to Eyes of Wakanda? Are you going to be checking out Eyes of Wakanda? Do you give a fuck about Eyes of Wakanda? Do we have anything? Can I show any animation from Eyes of Wakanda? As far as like the pictures? Yeah. Yeah. The Lion Folk. Now, I didn't watch Arcane. Does that fit Arcane? Is that Arcane-y? Xavier said no T'Challa, no Eyes of Wakanda. Andre said not watching. Yeah. That's what's going on with Eyes of Wakanda. That's the news. There's nothing. Damn, that was really far down. Nothing else really going on. There's that Animal Farm. There was a trailer. I thought I saved it. Yeah, see, these are the other screenings that I was talking about that people were posting. But yeah, no, as far as Eyes of Wakanda goes, that's like I said, that's it. That's the news. That's what they've got. There's nothing else really going on with that show. I don't know how it's going to impact the MCU or Wakanda. That's what I'm more interested in. Not really how much it impacts the MCU. How does this impact Wakanda? If it does impact Wakanda, and does it impact Wakanda in a positive way for T'Challa? We will see. We will see. You all know my thoughts on that, and I'm not going to be the Debbie Downer and give you bring it all down and tell you my thoughts on it. You all know how I feel and where I think they're going with that. So, but like I said, questions for you. Let me know. This is one. It's not really a topic, but this is a live action remake that the Russos are working on. I forgot they were doing this. They are the ones doing the Hercules live action remake. And see, this is a twist that I don't mind, but this is not one Disney wants to fucking do. The Russos reportedly want to retitle the movie to Hades and focus on the villain, but Disney wants the more faithful remake. They don't want a faithful remake. They want the remake to where they can go in and then do, hey, let's change this and let's do that. And what if what's a scene from Hercules? I don't know. Phil's not going to be a goat. I don't know. Some weird shit. So I think this would be cool. From Hades' perspective, from the villain's perspective, yeah. That's fun. The god of the underworld, yeah, that's fun. That'd be great. Now, granted, nothing the Russos have done outside of Marvel has been, let's rave about it. Let's all talk about it. A movie like this would really bring home, nail. I don't know, but I really like the perspective of Hades over the more faithful remake. Rumor is Jeremy Allen White is getting looked at as Wolverine. Have you seen that? Would you want Jeremy Allen White as your Wolverine in the MCU? There was one more thing I think I wanted to show. Or maybe it wasn't. Oh, yeah, this. I said I was going to get this, and I still might, which is crazy. I want to see it first. I want to see it first before I really commit, which is crazy. I can't believe I'm saying it. Before I commit $80 to this, and you might be thinking, why the fuck would you spend $80 on this? Because it is the biggest popcorn bucket they've ever made. It has glowing eyes. It's Galactus. It's ginormous. I could put it right here. I know 80's crazy. 80's insane. 80's insane. But look at it. The eyes glow. Now, I said originally, with it being $80, I better leave the theater with one of the Force powers, flame on, because That's a lot of fucking money for that. There was another ad for it. That's a lot of money for that. But that's not, it's like, I still want it. I don't know. When I get to the theater and I'm see it in person, we'll see. Yeah, $80 is a fucking lot of money for it. We'll see. Still interested in that though. But yeah, that's really the news. That's really the news. I also saw that this guy, what's his name? James something. James let me go to this. This will be better. I always forget his name. This is my guy that does he's one of the scoopers that a lot of people are saying, oh, don't trust him, don't trust him, don't trust him. He was the one that put out that at SDCC, Marvel was going to announce that this for phase 6 or whatever fucking phase we're in now, this for that phase, and they were going to announce this and this and that, blah, 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 blah. Obviously, they're not going to SDCC, and maybe at one point they were. I don't believe they ever were. At first, I did believe they were, but after thinking about it, after they made the announcement that they weren't going to go, Tina had said what she had said under my post, and a lot of other people had made a lot of the same sentiments that made sense. They don't have anything to fucking show, so of course they're not going to go to SCCC. But he was the one that was saying all of that, and that is this dude. And I guess now he's claiming Dormammu's an Ironheart. He's claiming they replaced Mephisto with Dormammu. So this guy, you can't really trust that much. He has said some things that were right, but a lot of these scoopers. This was the one he had where what he said they were going to announce at SCCC. This was going to be the Avengers team that goes against the X-Men, and then he said that this Avengers team was going to be the Avengers team from the X-Men universe. Where they at? It had T'Challa in it. That's why we talked about it that day. This team. But that's when he said they were doing SCCC. Now, I had only brought that up that one time just to say that when he said this, and then the whole thing that I was told about SCCC, that, obviously not happening, and then that package deal, and I, maybe that was off the table, but him still coming from another universe, and blah, blah. I'm not trying to sit and say that he's coming, because you know how I feel about it. I was just trying to put pieces together from a lot of different things that other people are saying, maybe. Don't know. Letitia Wright, sell it. She can't say anything either. Is it the kid? She knows it's the kid. Yeah, but this guy, James Macwall, he has been going off and saying a lot of different things. He said, without giving spoilers, 2 dark entities appear. A character from the MCU appears, and the series is incredible. Incredible visuals, really cool action scenes, 8 out of 10. Horror/magic versus technology. So I don't know if Mephisto is still that other dark entity. Mephisto, the Hood, and someone else. Who the hell is this? Somebody? No. But that person was agreeing, saying that, yeah, it's going to be Mephisto and Dormammu. Why the fuck would Dormammu show up in this? Isn't Dormammu did not at the end of Multiverse of Madness, Clea and Strange were going into the dark dimension? Was that not? Were they not going where Dormammu is? So yeah, I don't even believe that. He said Amadeus Cho is going to show up in Vision Quest. He did give a team, yeah, but he also gave with the actors' faces for the champions when they joined the MCU. And I guess that's not supposed to be. It says Patriot will be introduced in the Champions series. I guess they're doing a series, and this is again grain of salt. I'm just reading shit because topics are done, so I'm just kind of, hey, we're here. He said, "Let's go." Teddy Hulkling will be introduced in the MCU only in the next saga, with the cosmic events as central points. It's not the first time we've heard that from someone from other scoopers too about Teddy coming in the next saga. Events as central points. Patriot will be introduced in the Champion series. America Chavez will be a part of something else. So they didn't have America Chavez a part of that team, but you have Kate Bishop, Miss Marvel, Wiccan, Viv, Speed, Stature, or whatever the Stinger, whatever the fuck she goes by, Ironheart, and who is that? Amadeus? Not Hulkling. The fuck? Yeah. So yeah, just hey, more stuff from James and stuff that could possibly be going on. Anyway, what else was out there from the? It's apparently seemingly reportedly finished filming Avengers Doomsday and Shang-Chi. Yeah. So anyway, that's news, guys. That is news. What are you guys saying in comments? Not much outside of the $80. What's up, Cornelius? Right Studio said, holy ish, the Eternals say Galactus popcorn bucket. It's 341 ounces. Yeah, that set is huge. It's a really big bucket. Rice Studio said Dormammu should be trapped, according to Strange. And that was my next question, too. I was going to say, was that not what Strange did in first film? 28 years later comes out June 20th, too. I'll definitely be going to see that one. That looks great. I'll definitely be checking that out. You guys know I love horror films. Checking out 28 years later. Okay, see, these are some other films, some other theaters. These ones have seats. Are the blue? I don't know how to read that. It's not my theater. Yeah, no, that's it. That's all they've got. There's nothing else. And I'm so sick of seeing this shit. The rumors about the Midnight Suns. Marvel's working on the Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns is coming. They're reportedly another Midnight. They say that shit every time. I think when news gets low, it's just more recycled BS. All right. Tomorrow, I am live with Chill and Marcus for the Pantheon stream. We will be doing that. We'll be doing that tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know what time it is for them. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for myself. I'm not sure what we'll be talking about, but come join us on all the topics because Chill will have all those. We'll be going over all those. I doubt they're going to see How to Train Your Dragon tomorrow. I'll see it tomorrow before the stream. So I will say what I thought. I did, Cornelius. Cornelius said, did anybody watch Kill of Killers? The Predator animated movie that is on Hulu, Disney. If you have Disney, it's all connected, all that. It's on that. I did. Very, 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 very well done. Very, very, very well done. If you haven't watched it, highly, highly suggest you do watch it. They did a very good job on this animated movie. The tie-ins and connections too. They did a good job. Stamina said, yes, Cornelius, solid third chapter was a little shaky, but yeah, dope overall. What's up, Marvelous? Appreciate you being here. Yeah, no, I liked it. I thought they did a good job. I thought they did a good job on it. Last thing I will show, because you guys know I love this shit. They do the Marvel Legends has a showing at SDCC, and they released this today. Man, I'm gonna have to get it. I'm gonna wait. How do I zoom? Maybe not. I can't zoom in on the picture. That's stupid as fuck. But I'm gonna have to get it. And one that I'm really, 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 really gonna get. Marvel doesn't own the rights to the name Shumagora, so they're calling it Gargantos. But as soon as I saw it, I said Shuma before I even saw this. Everybody in the comments is saying Shuma. They just don't own the right, but that's most definitely Shuma. This shit is probably one of the absolute best Marvel Legends Black Series. Why did I do that? Marvel Legends figures that I have seen. That's worth all the monies. I'm definitely going to be getting it. That's fucking amazing. And you can make his all the articulation too on the tentacles, and you can make his eye do different things with the eyelids to make it squint, make it all the way open, all types of different shit. Like, it's dope. It's fucking dope. It is dope. And I'm gonna get that shit. I'm gonna put it up there with like that. It's gonna be dope. Dope as fuck. And I'm going to get this one to go with it. I'm a gigantic kid when it comes to why do I keep calling this shit Black Series? When it comes to Marvel Legends figures, this is the one I'm gonna get to go with it. I already have this Strange, and because I have this Strange, I've never ventured to get this Strange that comes with Wong. Even though he comes with a few more cooler accessories, and plus he comes with Wong, the actual comic accurate Wong, and not the movie Wong. I don't do movie fucking figures, so I wanted to get this to go with that Shuma, and then boom, I could set it up in like a diagram, because I have one over there. If I could turn my camera so y'all could see it, I'd let you see it. But I have a diagram. I just did this, I think 2 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I just started this Jabba's Palace. So it's really cool. I wish I could show you, but when I finish it, I will show you, because it's not completely done. But I have this deal. I bought a Rancor, expensive as fuck, but it was very, very worth it. Very worth it. He's about this big. It's very worth it. Bought a Rancor. It's down there. So I've got Jabba's Palace set up, where he's sitting on the Tarf deal, and then you've got Salacious Crumb and everybody else, blah, 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 all the little smugglers and drug dealers and fucking low lifes hanging around him. I got all that shit, and then at the bottom I did this little thing where it's like a trap door. It's dope, bro. I'm like, I should really do a YouTube channel where I'm like showing how I just all my shit. Like, I said I was gonna do like the action figure like reviews and shit like that, and then show that shit. I should do that. Yes, Gray knows what I'm talking about. He said the Savage Land pack, bro. That shit is dope. The Thanos Psylocke pack is dope as shit too. Marvel Legends be hitting it. They've been hitting it lately. Rumor is, for my people out there that care about the shit, supposed to be getting a Werewolf by Night. And once I get that Werewolf by Night and I can put him up there with my Midnight Suns team, ooh, y'all should see that Midnight Suns team. I had a Ghost Rider, but it was a Ghost Rider without his motorcycle. So I got him with the motorcycle, and I propped him up behind. Shit's dope. Shit's dope. Yes, chill. I made a trap door, brother, because I have right now, even though Mando has never met Jabba, Mando's in my setup, and I have Mando bringing in Chewie and Han, and there's a trap door that Han is on, and if I release that trap door, he falls down there to the Rancor. The Rancor is, like I said, it's big. Like, this is the Let me see if I can show y'all that Rancor. Let me see. What would that be? Black Series? Black Series Rancor? Yeah, that's it. HasLab. Yeah. This is what I just got. It's pretty big. How does that, is that showing on the screen right? I feel like it's not. It's not because it took me to a different page. So let me do this. This is what I just got. And he's pretty big. And that's where the these goddamn ads. That's where I have the trap door down there and blah 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 and all that shit. It's really cool. You know, when I had passed him in the store, because there's a few different vintage toy collecting stores here. I had passed him in the store like 3 different times. I had went, and I was like, I'm just not paying that for him. And every time I was like, but somebody else is gonna take him. Somebody else is gonna get him. Somebody else is gonna get him. And that last time, I was like, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm gonna buy it. Got him. And I'm really glad I did. He fits in really, really good. Really good. So if you ever, and I do mean ever, want to get me anything, Marvel Legends shit. You know, some figs. I fucks with the figs. I fucks heavy with the figs. So yeah. They had some really good shit come out. Some really, really great shit. This dude right here is one of the figure guys I follow. There it is. That's a better picture of it. It's a better picture. If you get that's a great 3-pack. That is a great 3-pack. Yeah, what game is this? Because this says Gameverse. What game is this? Because this is from the Gamerverse. What? I don't know a game where they're all in that. Then they've got, what was the other ones they just came out with? They just came out with, there it is. The Psylocke and Thanos, fucking dope. Thanos, the Psylocke is really the dope one. The Thanos, basically is my Thanos. Only difference is the horns on the top there. This crown, helmet, whatever you want to call it, samurai and or silver samurai and Wolverine. I have so many Wolverines, but I really fuck with this Wolverine because it is so comic accurate. So I'm gonna get it, which is fucking crazy because I have so many Wolverines. I'm literally once again gonna replace the Wolverine I already have up there. I've replaced that Wolverine so many different times with a different Wolverine every time. And now, hopefully, this is my last replace. But that one, he's perfect. Like he comes with, like the accessories he comes with too, like those slashes. That shit's dope. Good job, good job. In an era where Marvel Studios is just L after L after L, Marvel Legends is delivering on all fronts. It's great. It's great to see. Sometimes Marvel Legends, like I have this. Odin, that's one of my favorite figures. Like that shit stuff. Sometimes Marvel Legends really fails. Like sometimes they'll give you some dumbass shit. Like McFarlane will give you some dumbass shit. McFarlane will do some dumb shit sometimes. Sometimes they do right shit. Like this one, my comic, one of the guys owns one of the toy collecting stores here. I go to him a lot. Steve, shout out Steve, Toy Base 10. If you're ever here, go see Steve at Toy Base 10. Steve gave me this Red Sun Superman for $3. $3. This is like a $50 figure. $3. Great fig. Great fig. Can't go up there with the rest of the league though, but great fig. Where is the other ones? They had there and they are. This one I don't really fuck with. I do want Omega Red, but I don't need the War Machine. Don't need that War Machine. I like the one I have. I absolutely hate their figures that are the actual people, the actors. Like, this shit looks awful. The fuck are you doing with this? Hell no. Not even that one. Fuck no. See, these are the L's. This is when those L's come in. I feel like they just have to make these because it's like, oh, we have to do something, you know, that's connected to the movies and blah, blah, blah. L's. Terrible. I don't mind this hot girl that McFarlane just released. She looks a little chunky. Don't know why she's so fucking fat in the face and shit. But she'll fit in. She'll fit in. I haven't gotten her yet, but she'll fit in. I feel like they had one more. They had one with Venom, didn't they? They just released this too. This new Hulk. It's not Marvel Legends. It's Maximum. It's another brand. See, she looks bad. She doesn't look too bad there in the little pose. Maybe I really need to start doing. I always say that. I say that every time I talk about the figures. I'm like, yeah, maybe I should start doing some figure reviews, and then I get lazy and then don't do figure reviews. Maybe I should. Would y'all fuck with that? Who fucks with figures like that? Would y'all? Who the fuck is gonna sit through? It's not even a stream. I wouldn't do it in a stream. Maybe like an edited video. But who's gonna sit through an edited video and be like, I know there are people that do, because obviously there's very successful channels that do it. But from my audience, I already have, like, who's like, oh fuck yeah, let's go see Darius open that figure. Like, are any of you guys like into that shit? Like, what? Thor, shut up! Like, any of y'all into that shit? No, Chill. Chill said you got to do wrestling figures and create stop motion. No. I was just at the flea market, and they had one of those old WWE action figure rings that a lot of my friends had. One of my friends had that. Wasn't into it. It just was not for me. It was not my cup of tea. This is so much better than the Fate that I have. I've said that when I first saw this. The Fate I have is, he's all right. This Fate, Jesus, need him. I don't want to, I haven't got him yet though, but because I'm somewhat still content with this one up here. Now, Cornelius said get into the, what scale figures, Cornelius? What scale are they? You said it at the top here. The 1/6 scale community. Isn't this a part of the 1/6 scale? Yeah, right here. The 1/6 scale community. Now, this shit I do want bad. Like, bad. It is that shit's dope. That is the Rebels Vader. That is not regular Vader. This is the more skinny looking helmet from Rebels, the more menacing red eyes behind the lenses, or the red lenses, sorry. And then of course all of this. That's dope. Look how skinny the blade is. That shit's dope. That is phenomenal. Like, please. But see, the thing that stops me from joining the 1/6 scale team, how much is this shit? Well, that's not bad. That is really not bad. Like, I'd to be honest, I'd buy that, because that's literally about how much I spent on this fucking Raincore. So I would honestly buy that. That's not bad. And this is directly from Sideshow's website. So yeah, that's not bad. I would do that. $220. Maybe, man, because that's really not bad. I was expecting like $600 or some bullshit. Because, like, let me see, where is he at? The is it Sideshow? I don't even know if it's Sideshow. It might be Hot Toys. Oh no, it's Sideshow. No, this is not the one though. That's not the one. That's not the one. The one I'm talking about. I did want this one too. This one's not bad. Hold on, let me see. After I show you guys this, I'm gonna bounce. All right. I did want this one. This is Palpatine from Clone Wars. This one's dope. This one's okay. This one, it's pretty cool. It's not bad. But this one, let me see. Let me pull it up. This one is what? Actually, let me get it up to where it's already there. Boom. Yeah, that's the one. Revenge of the Sith one, where he's already been fucking deformed and scarred and shit. Yeah, that's the one. Because they have a Anakin that they just recently came out with, and they had Anakin standing behind him in one of these pictures, but I don't see it. Oh, because there's 18 more photos. Holy shit! I could have been doing this on the other ones. Can you zoom? Yeah, look how good that looks. Like, what the fuck? Now the difference in this one and the last one, how much is he? Shut up. He's only 285. Why am I shut the fuck up. Where was I looking at these then? Because I swear I've looked at this one a lot and it was priced differently. Maybe it wasn't Sideshow's actual website I was on. Maybe it was like somebody trying to hustle my ass. Let me get this dumbass nigga. 285? Vader or Palps? Vader or Palps? Why not both? That's not bad. You know what, Cornelius? Maybe. May fucking be, because that's not bad. 285 right there. I just got this Shinron, but he's got to move because he's throwing off. Him and Goku up here are throwing off all of that, and I don't like it. So he's gonna have to move. So maybe. Cornelius said Jabba Fett dropped yesterday. Jabba Fett. Who the fuck is Jabba Fett? Boba Fett? I think you mean Boba. Oh, Django. He's 290. How is Django 290 and Palpatine is not less than that? He's not bad either. So what are these? Are these like they're statues, but like we're not statues because you can obviously move them and articulate them and things like that. But like, so are they like these? Because this is, I believe, a 1/6 scale figure, and I can change his head, and he came with different weapons, and it came with T'Challa's actual face. Was it like these? Is this what I'm buying? This is what I'm paying 200 for? Because I didn't pay 200 for this. This is T'Challa. So what am I paying 200 for? They're made with soft goods and hard goods. So like facial features and shit like that. Okay. So not this. Because this is not more detailed. Okay. Yeah, definitely more detailed because he's not really that detailed. I mean, I guess if I change his face, well, I guess maybe. I don't know. This one's okay. He has like spears and shit. Yeah, that Django's cool. Django. And these are more statues. These aren't, or you can't move these because it doesn't look like he moves. Oh no, he is a statue. And they want $905 for that? Shut the fuck up. What the fuck? How is this Grievous? I think not. That's not worth $905. You can't move him? He's in that pose. The only thing you can do is take off his cape? Nope. And this is where I'd be like, fuck this side. Because $905, the Galactus I want is not even $900. The Galactus I want that is as tall as my ring light is $400. Oh, maybe he does move. No, he doesn't fucking move. He's on that damn rock. No, that's crazy. See, that's that crazy shit. $900. And they want $570 for this Ahsoka. That's Ahsoka's not even dope. That's not a dope pose she's doing. That's not a dope Ahsoka. They thought because they threw Morai on there that was going to make that shit. No. Maybe she could be down there in those twos with Palpatine. 570. That's crazy. $380 for the child. Yeah. Some of these be crazy. I go to like the one of the comic book stores here. They have statues. There's a Storm that's been there for a while. She's crazy expensive. She's in the, I think she's 1,000 something. It's crazy. They have a lot of good ones though. Like they have this dope fucking Batman one. It's 2,000 something. And I'm like, whoever the fuck is coming in here dropping $2,000 on a statue of Batman, you have got the life. Because to just have extra money, be like, I'm gonna head down. Just $2,000 dropped on this Batman statue. That's crazy. Just as Grievous after Kenobi deals with him, can't move. No thanks. Don't want it. So go back to Star Wars Hot Toys tab. Those are reasonable. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna have to do because let's see. So is it like, what do I click? Do I click Hot Toys or do I click Star Wars? I do want this Hot Toys Stitch. I do want that. Is it worth $215? Jesus, I just don't think so. But how do you not want the Stitch? Now, I would have wanted him even more if they would have given him his two other attachable arms, and if I could make him, cuss like that Egan Nagaquista shit and have him have that mean face. That one I would really, that might be worth $215. But the just the smiling one, I don't know. But it's really cool. I would like to have it. So I'm assuming I don't just click Hot Toys because this is taking me to fucking Captain Jack Sparrow, and that looks like a statue. And some others. Yeah, these ones aren't that bad. Yeah, but when we get in the 4s and the 5s, I start to be like, It's got to be a really, really, really good figure for me to spin. What is this shit? Why are we getting these like big head Funko Pops? Star Wars. I see that stuff. I've seen that one before though. This is that new Anakin they just came out with? Yeah. Look how cool he is. No, they came out with there was a dark side Anakin, Order 66 Anakin, but I think it was exclusive to Star Wars Celebration. I think you had to get it at Star Wars Celebration or order it there because I saw somebody unboxing it. They're like, "Oh, I ordered this at Star Wars Celebration. It just got here." Shit was dope. It was dope. I'm surprised that Cara Dune is not higher in price. I have a figure of her in a box I will never open because that shit it's already worth a lot, but it'll be worth even more. You don't open it, especially if I haven't even heard shit about that damn lawsuit. But she is known for that. Nullius. She is known for that. So maybe Nullius is dope. Nullius, the World Eater. Kind of like Galactus. Not really a World Eater. He sucks the life force out of the world. So I guess a World Eater. Anyway, yeah, this has been fun. It looks like maybe I might get into some hot toy shit because some of these prices really aren't that bad. This Nullius could. It's not a bad price for him either. So yeah, might be getting into that, and if I do, might be doing some reviews. I said that last time, but I just don't know. I just don't know who's into it. I don't know who's into it. Yeah. Anyway, thank y'all for hanging out. Lawrence said, I saw How to Train Your Dragon. It was 95% the same as the animated one. They need to let the Japanese make their figures. This stuff I saw in Japan looked way better. So you saw How to Train Your Dragon. That's what I was saying earlier. I think it is for some. People were saying it was 1-for-1, basically. So you said 95% of the same film. Did you like that, or did you not like that? Because that was something we were talking about earlier. For me, I like it a lot. I would prefer it. I've seen the Revan one. Yeah, Cornelius. I've seen that Revan one. That Revan one is pretty dope too. Pretty dope too. Lauren said, I thought it was good. Yeah, I see it tomorrow. I'm seeing it tomorrow. How did you see it today? Yeah, special access. I'm seeing it tomorrow, and I'll see it before the Pantheon, so I'll share my thoughts. I know I'm gonna like it though, especially if it's basically if it is the animated film. I love the animated ones, all of them. So they're already talking about the sequel, and the director was talking about he wants. What is her name? She plays Queen Elizabeth. Is it Kate Blanchett? Is that Kate Blanchett? I think so. Is that her? Why am I blanking on her name or what she looks like? Kate. Yes. He wants her to come in and play the live action role of Hiccup's mother. Forget Hiccup's mom's name. But yeah, they're already working on that. They're already in getting all that stuff together. So excited for it. If you're new here and you like what you, and yeah, now that I've got everybody here, before we get out, question. Because of what my schedule is, I can do streams at this time. That is why sometimes you guys will be, I don't know if you'll hear me say after a stream, okay, we'll be back tomorrow, and then you won't see us tomorrow. Because the day drags a little bit longer than I expected to, and then by the time I'm here, it's just like I don't have a 9 to 5, but I still have a schedule. I still have to go clean that building. I still clean that building in the evening. So the thing with that is, I am typically back at my house from my morning about 2:00, 2:30. Then I got to get back out to go clean the building around 6. But I'm normally here about 2:00, 2:30. Would a stream around that time, or would the stream around 3 be good, or would it be better at this time. I'm not giving my schedule online. Would it be better at this time? 3 or this time? Jill says do what Dre does. Stream when it's convenient, then create a 3 p.m. audience. Cornelia says later. Where's Raymond? Where the hell is Raymond? I'm friends with Raymond on Instagram, so he views my stories. So I don't know if I don't know where he is. Stamina says agree with Chill. Do what Dre does. Stream when it's convenient for you. I guess that's so random. It's like it's not like a, you know, you won't always have the same retention. Lauren said stream when you want. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'll have to see. Anyway, so as of right now, it's still this time because, you know, Corey, she has a child. All of my friends have children and are married and or relationships and things like that. Definitely not something I want or ever did want. So my schedule's always open like that. Like I once had ever did one. And I used to want 6 kids, but I don't want, fuck that. I don't want children at all. All my friends have kids though, so I'm the only one that's plagued with this. Like that's one of the reasons that we still haven't, even though I mentioned Kellen and Trey coming back, which is still on the table. They just have children. They have fucking children. Trey has 2 of them. They have children. They love their children. I love their kids too. I love their kids as being their kids, not mine. So it's like, you know, it's really hard. It's hard to get around everybody's schedules. Q and I are the only ones without children. Q has fucking kids too. It's those damn dogs that he's with all the time. So, you know, it's all, it's crazy trying to get everybody together. Crazy. Yeah. So anyway, no, Q ain't got no damn kids. Q doesn't have any children. I don't even know if Q, no, Q wants kids. Q wants kids. But no, he ain't got no damn kids. No kids. My kids are my fur babies. I'm about to start getting rich on TikTok. That's what I'm about to start doing. You know, all these people that have their fur babies and posting their fur baby kids on TikTok, and people just love that shit. I have 9 cats. Tell me that wouldn't be great. Like 9 cats are fucking psychotic, especially the youngest. Like they're crazy. There's constantly shit going on, constantly doing crazy ass parkour ass shit off walls. 9 cats, yes sir. 9. There is Murmur and Sprite, who had children together, which was unexpected because I thought they were both girls. I was bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray, all that shit. This 9 cats was not in it wasn't in, you know, on the Google agenda. We didn't put that on there to have 9 cats. It just spontaneously, it happened. Because I never had owned cats. I didn't know shit, you know, I didn't know anything about it. They were just, my dumb ass saw, because I, again, thought they were both females. My dumb ass saw the female that is actually a female, her stomach expanding. I'm like, oh, you're eating so good. Because, you know, I don't know shit about cats. But then that stomach started going out instead of down. And I was like, what is going on? I had to take it to the vet. And they're like, well, they called me all in the back like it was, you know, like we're at an actual hospital. Like, you want to see, you know, they had her all laid out with the gel and everything on her stomach. Like I was at an actual fucking ultrasound. And they were like, oh yeah, she's pregnant with 6 kids. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, she's a kid. She's only like 6 weeks old. She wasn't 6 weeks. She was like, I don't know how old she was. She was young. Sprite was young. I didn't even know cats get pregnant that young. But anyway, started with those 2. They had kids. Thor, Jubilee, Rocket. I gave one of them away to Cody, who used to be on the stream with me. So he has the other, and then there's Vermax Meraxes, and then there is Tinker and Katniss. So altogether, that is 5 cats, or 5 cats, 9 cats. Now here's the funny part. Call me crazy, call me whatever you want to call me. I really do not care. Something has been presented to me to possibly get another one, because this baby is only 4 weeks old currently, and it doesn't have a home, and they're talking about doing, like, oh, well, the shelters can't take it, all this kind of stuff. So I'm not gonna, like, what the fuck? It's a very cute cat, so it might come into this house and be the 10th. So yeah, I got 9 cats, possibly now 10, maybe, who knows? And I've got 2 dogs. Dog T'Challa passed, so only cats now. No, T'Challa's actually in here. Is Brian still on here? Brian, are you still on here? Because I know you said you wanted to see T'Challa. I'll let you see T'Challa before I get out. T'Challa's actually in here. Come up here. Come here. Come here. Up. Come up. Come on. Come. Say hi. That's T'Challa. He's so bad. It's not even funny how bad he is. Like, oh, I'm talking like, choke him. He's so bad. This is my baby. That's my baby. He's a good boy, though. Yep, that's T'Challa. And then there's Capone. And T'Challa's 6, and Capone turns 11 in next month in July. Capone will be 11 in July. So that's my babies. That's my doggies. So that's T'Challa, and this is who I'm always yelling at. All right, I need you to get down. Let me get out of here. Stay down. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. Yeah, no. Lauren said cats can get pregnant every 2 months. No, that bitch got fixed. Never again. Never again. All the girls got fixed. All the boys got fixed. Everybody's fixed in this bitch. Nobody's doing anything else. You can hump all you want, but there will be no children. No more. So Thor won't shut up. So I'm going to go ahead and see what's wrong with them. Appreciate all of you guys hanging out. If you're new here and you like what you saw, like, subscribe. Somebody in the comments from last Thursday, I was so tired. I was so tired when me and Marcus were doing that stream, I had pulled up the budget for Superman, and you'll see my face. And if you go back and watch that stream, not that anybody should or would, but whatever, you can see my face in that stream where I'm looking like, I'm looking at the budget, and I'm like, that doesn't seem right. And I think Lawrence even said in the comments, like, that's not right or whatever. I was so tired. But anyway, somebody in the comments was like, speaks to our credibility or something like that, or something like we always spew bad information. Sometimes niggas is tired. Is it really ever that deep? Is it that deep to where, like, we're spewing bad information? Like, okay, so if you're that person that's watching, sorry that we spewed bad information, but whatever. So yeah, it happens. Sometimes people just be tired. But if you're new here and you like what you saw, if you didn't think that we spewed bad information, go ahead and hit that subscription button, like this video, tell your friends. It's not always just myself. Sometimes it is. I have co-host. Corey is busy tonight. She has a child. So I'm going to be here tomorrow with Chill and Marcus for the Pantheon stream. It's supposed to be live on Friday, but I like the whole, since not everybody chimed in, I like the whole stream when you want. All right. So yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. I will see all of you guys, if I can do this right, maybe in the next video. Peace out.